getting ready for the show, I was thinking back to some rants that I've concocted here and did a couple of years ago now about the last kayfabe and how the last kayfabe is really the lie that people really still uphold in wrestling, is this notion that Vince McMahon is a genius. You can say whatever you want about him. You have to respect what he's done for the business. And I was saying this, I was presenting this argument before 2022, before we knew about any of the NDAs and so forth, just based on in what ways he had affected the content, in that consumer metrics, attendance, TV ratings, merchandise sales in those years of, I'm specifically thinking of 2017 to 2019, years in which on an annual basis, 17, lower in 18, lower in 19, all of those things were down. Revenue was up, profitability was up, because their TV deals are locked in, regardless of what the ratings are, and they're guaranteed to escalate because of the contracts that they've signed. Because Vince McMahon found himself in a very fortunate position in which the cable bundle was deteriorating, subscribers were deteriorating, and the most popular content became a lot more valuable over those years. And he was able to further indulge his creative tendencies, which he projected onto an audience. It wasn't effective on them. You go across those years and you still find people refusing to recognize that. I would say maybe through to today, whether that's popular talent, retired wrestlers, a media ecosystem that endorses whatever WWE does as the good thing, the best thing, in a divine command theory kind of way, because WWE does it. And you have a culture of, well, yes, we know there's all these stories around Vince McMahon, and yeah, there's the thing with Jimmy Snuka, and maybe he helped Jimmy Snuka get out of criminal trouble, and Owen Hart, he kept the show going. In light of these things, it's sort of immaterial what you think of the Montreal Screwjob and the Rita Chatterton allegations and the Ring Boy scandal that barely any people really know of. But we have all these negative stories surrounding Vince. But really, at the end of the day, whatever you think of him, you have to respect what he's done for the business. And now it's gone far beyond just a business debate or a business critique. If you look at, let's say, for example, ESPN's coverage of this story, you can barely find it. You can barely find UFC's TV partner covering the sister company of UFC and the immense scandal that's happening right now around WWE. But hearing Bret Hart decisively come out against Vince McMahon, even hearing Eric Bischoff say that the McMahon name will become like the Benoit name in terms of it just being a name that you associate with horrific acts. So it seems like a slight beginning of maybe an undoing of this complex of protection around Vince and his perception, not only protection of his own power and consolidation and further assurance of his own power, but the public perception around him as well.